Hey guys, Jesse back here, the Dark Knight. Also, for the sake of Mortal Kombat, SubScorp is my name. And I have just completed my new Mortal Kombat game. I've redesigned the entire intro of it, also redesigned the character roster. So I'm going to get right into it. I'm using this on Windows, Winlator. It is a Windows emulator for Android. And also, the version that you'll see on the GitHub is a little better version than what I'm going to show you here. This one has a little bit of bugs in it. So you don't worry, you won't see any of the bugs here on the version that you download. This is just the one that I've been experimenting with on my phone. So I'm going to get right into it. Full screen here. Crank the volume a little bit. Mortal Kombat Multiverse. As you can see, I have many different characters from many different games incorporated in here. Waiting, there we go. Here's the classic character selection song from Mortal Kombat 1. And this will run about 3 different story modes. We're going to skip those and go to the new menu.
Mortal Kombat Multiverse. The universes are colliding. Now all must fight in Mortal Kombat, or I, Shao-Kahn, will invade every realm.
And if you haven't seen it on my GitHub, that was my voice as Shao Kahn. And I used some filters in order to make it sound like Shao Kahn. There's the character roster. As you briefly saw, there's a lot of characters. So we're going to interrupt what the game is trying to do here. We're going to go ahead and do... Here, we'll just go to arcade mode. And I'm just going to go through some of the characters here. So obviously your first big roster is going to be all your Mortal Kombat characters, which I have a lot of Scorpions and a lot of Sub-Zeros in here, because those are like some of my top favorites. And then next, you have your other ninjas. We have Reptile, Smoke, Noob Saibot, Rain, Ermac, Chameleon. Sorry, wrong row here. There we go. All right, Chameleon. And we have Tremor, Cyrax, Sector, and there's different versions. There's like Mortal Kombat 1, 2, 3 versions of almost all these characters. There's Hydro, Oniro. There's a fan-made character called Fire and Flame, which is similar to one that I came up with when I was a kid. I just called it Scorch. But they basically had the same idea. So pretty cool to see it as an actual character. There's Smoke. Okay, we did that. Let's see. These are some of these are ones that are a little bit duplicated. I'll explain those another time. Here's some other random ones. There's Scorch. I just copied somebody else's character, renamed them, so I can't really claim credit for that. It's just I was going to use that as a basis. I just haven't got there yet. All right, some other ninjas. There's a bunch of your cybers. Now we're getting to Liu Kang, Kung Lao, Raiden, Dark Raiden, Raiden Elder God, Johnny Cage, Kano, Cabal, Sonya, go back down, Jack, Striker, Cassie Cage, Baraka, Nightwolf, Katana, Jade, Melina, a few other ones, Kenshi, Fujin, Goro, Shang Tsung from Mortal Kombat 1, several versions of Shang Tsung, Kintaro from Mortal Kombat 2, Sindel from Mortal Kombat 3, Shiva, Motaro, Mortal Kombat 3, Shao Kahn, Quan Chi from Mortal Kombat Mythologies, the Sub-Zero game, Shinnok, Blaze, Onaga, Raiko, Drama and Blade, a few others, Jarek, Meat, Hotaru, Kodokan, Suhao, Sang, Takahashi. Then you got just some random villains in here. And then, after we get through some of these random guys, and we're done with the Mortal Kombat lineup, and some other random characters, Also, I threw the Kung Fu guy in here. This is the guy that comes with the Mugen engine. I thought it'd be fun just to have him in there for fun. All right, now, Marvel superheroes. There's Wolverine, the Hulk, Cyclops, Iron Man, Spider-Man, Captain America. These are from the original game, Marvel Superheroes, which was a big cabinet arcade game, one of my favorites. And then you've got even more X-Men in there. A whole lineup of X-Men. And still even more. You're also going to see a lot of Wolverines in here because he's like my favorite X-Men. So yeah, I went a little Wolverine crazy. And you'll see that soon. I'm just flying through these, but you're welcome to pause the video and check them out. Alright, here's a whole bunch of Wolverines I was telling you about. A whole bunch more down here. Plenty to choose from. Now we're getting into Marvel. Thanos, Blade, Moon Knight, Namor. Now we get into DC. Batman, Superman, Batman, Black Batman, Batman, the animated series, Batman, Batgirl, Robin, Nightwing, Joker, Catwoman, Nuclear Man from Superman 4, Supergirl, Superman Beyond, Mr. Freeze, Scarecrow, Cyborg Superman, Cassandra Cain, Aquaman, Batman 1989, Michael Keaton, Brainiac, Darkseid, Doomsday. Okay, and now, down the next row, Blue Superman. That's from one of my favorite comic book series, where he gets like electrical powers. Superman Christopher Reeve is in here. All right, now we're into Street Fighters. Ryu, Ken, Honda, Chun-Li, all the Street Fighter guys. Try to give you like a full lineup here. We also have the Street Fighter car stage as a character, so you get to beat up the car, which is awesome. Now World Heroes, Hanzo, Fuma, Kim Dragon, Rasputin, Brock and Empower, C-Kid. Love that game. Down next, Dio, Zeus, Ryopha. There's some of the new ones that for in other World Hero games. Stone, that's another bonus stage character. Okay. Oh, hang on. I missed something here. Hold on. We're going to go back. Let's see. Where did I do that? Let's see. I think I know what I did. Yeah, I forgot to name one of these. But anyway, we have Killer Instinct here. Saberwolf, Cinder, Fulgor Glacius. Several of them in there. Oh, there it is. Killer. I just named it on the wrong character. No biggie. Now we got the Ninja Turtles. Leonardo, Donatello, Raphael, Michelangelo, Master Splinter, Super Shredder, Slash, April O'Neil, Shredder. There's like 3 or 4 different Shredders. Krang, Bebop and Rocksteady. Oop, go down. Token Razor from the Mortal Kombat 2, from Ninja Turtle 2 movie. All the Shredder's Foot Soldier. Now into Power Rangers. Green Ranger, White Ranger, Lord Draken, Red Ranger, Black Ranger, Blue, Yellow, Pink, Ranger Slayer. This Red Ranger, or one of these Red Rangers, has the Dragon Shield. Some other random ones, the Gold Ranger, and Rito Repulsa, Ivan Ooze, Lord Zed, Goldar, Scorpina, Evil Ranger, Dinos. Now we get into the Zords. We got the Dinozord, or the Megazord. We have the Dragon Zord, Mega Tiger Zord, Thunder Megazord, Shogun Megazord, Ninja Megazord. Now Primal Rage, another classic fighting game. We got Sauron, Talon, Vertigo, Blizzard, Chaos, Armadon, Diablo, Zarkor, whoever these guys are. Some of these are fan-made characters, too. Obviously, I don't think that Alien Warrior was in the original, but hey, it's cool. I kept it. All right, Double Dragon, Jimmy and Billy. And if you hit the all the A, B, C, or X, Y, A, B keys, do some button mashing, you'll see them morph into their Double Dragon forms. It's really awesome. And other Double Dragon characters. Let's see. Now we're into Tekken. There's King. And some other Tekken characters. Heihachi Mishima. Gonna keep going here. Got a nice setup here for Tekken. Okay. Now into Dark Stalkers. It's kind of like some supernatural type of fighting characters in there. Pretty cool. Werewolves and stuff. There's Spawn, the Violator, the Shadow, just some random superhero ones, my favorites. There's the only G.I. Joe one I could find. Now into Fatal Fury. Some of these characters here got a good, decent lineup. And then King of Fighters. And then if you go down, there's a hidden row underneath. And there's a whole bunch more of your King of Fighter characters. Go down a row again. They continue. Go down again. There's the rest of them. Now, I'm going to show you one thing. You can go down again, but instead of going down, I'm going to go all the way back up. All the way over to the left, and I'm going to show you. I added a few more Mortal Kombat characters. I just made it easier to get to them going from Scorpion and just go straight up. There you go. There's Scorpion MKX, Sub-Zero MKX, Dark Khan, which is really awesome. Another version of Cyber Sub-Zero. There's Engine, the Earth God from Mortal Kombat Mythologies. Aaron Black, the Fire God, Liu Kang, Fujin, the Wind God, Hydro, Jackie Briggs, Kia, Lime, Reptile, another Reptile, the Monk in the Water Level, Nitara, Scorpion, Mortal Kombat Mythologies, Zero from Mortal Kombat Conquest, the TV show, and Taja. And there's the Water God from Mythologies. As you can see, very large character lineup here. So now let's go ahead and let the game have some fun here. Let's go into watch. I like to do the simultaneous. And we're going to pick some fun characters here. Let's do this version of Scorpion. Let's go down here and choose this Wolverine. Let's grab Shredder. And let's do the White Ranger. On the other side, let's do... let's see. Let's make it interesting here. Let's do Baraka. Cyclops. Let's see here. Let's go to who do we want here? Spawn. And let's do Hotaru. Alright, now I'm going to let the game play itself, and we're just going to watch it and enjoy. Now, when you do load 4 characters against 4 characters, there's a little bit of a delay because it's trying to load each of their intros. So just be patient, but it will load. Another thing, too, if you're playing in arcade mode, make sure you have the timer on. Because some of these characters, when they get hit while they're in the air, they will go flying off the screen and they don't come back down. And you have to wait for the round to end because of the timer. So make sure the timer is on if you're playing arcade mode. Otherwise, you're going to get an endless loop and it's going to stink. Now this looks interesting. Who would have thought you could have all these characters in Mortal Kombat? And a lot of them have supers, as you can see, which adds a nice balance when you have characters that are too difficult without supers. So now you have some advantages. There's also a couple characters in this game that I'm currently working on. They're prototypes. They're not finished. I'm sure you'll stumble onto them. They're also, I think they're listed in the character file if you were to pull it up. Now let's wait for round 2. Now, some of the characters, it'll take the AI a little bit of time to learn how to play them. Like, it really struggles with the Ninja Turtles, but eventually it does a decent job. I love when Super Shredder becomes Super Shredder. That is awesome. Oh, apparently it didn't work out too well for Shredder. That's hilarious. He's like calling a bunch of fools. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened here. I'm assuming that somebody flew off the screen, or they're just all dead and the game hasn't caught up to it. But don't worry, it will. Also, on the downloaded version, you're going to see the health bars work. They're just a lot smaller in the top left corner. So that's pretty much the only thing you're going to see different are the names and health bars of the font. Everything's going to be a bit smaller in the version on GitHub, just because this one here you're seeing is a little experimental. And you see then now the importance of the timer, as I said, because you will get little glitches here and there, but if you let the timer run out, you'll still be able to advance in the game, even if you do get a character that glitches off the screen. And keep in mind too, because that can happen, you want to make sure that you are able to get as much attacks in on your opponent before that happens. That way, you win the round and they don't. So we're going to let this finish here. Got 17 seconds left. You can see the AI is definitely having fun trying to attack someone that's not there. And I love how Shredder's just taunting them. Time's up, loser. Yeah, I put that in there. So there you go. There's a nice little sneak peek. Oh, we're not doing a software update. All right, so this is just going to be a short video, but I wanted to show you the redesign here, as you saw. And the nice intro with my voice as Shao Kahn. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoy the game. This is my beta release, so you're going to find some glitches here and there, but overall the game is playable. I welcome any feedback, negative or positive, whichever. And I'm going to be making regular or periodical downloaded content updates. So as I improve some of the characters, because you are going to see some characters where the character mapping isn't quite right. Like if you hit the Y button, it'll do an A button or something. So I still have a few of those I have to work out, because it's just kind of a nightmare trying to remap the keys from scratch. It takes a lot of playthrough back and forth to figure it out. But as I work on that, I will put up some updates on my GitHub, and that way you can just download the updated characters without having to re-download the entire game. I would say at least like maybe 60 or 70% of the characters are mapped properly, but you're going to get a decent amount that aren't perfectly mapped. They're still playable. You may just have to figure out different buttons in order to do your super moves or do some button matching. But as I said, I will be updating those. It's just taking me a bit of time, but I got too excited and wanted to release this. That way it was out there. That, and I didn't want anybody stealing my idea, because I came up with an awesome idea. But thanks again for watching. Hope you guys enjoy, and we'll talk to you later.